I've always been more of a Mega Bloks kid. The same bricks, but now the guiding hand of precognitive conception ushering me onwards towards play. These figures were melted into shapes recognizable from a myriad of televisual and interactive mediums. I am, in the company of these toys, more a writer of a long-running series brought on to reinvigorate and rejuvenate, not so much to conceptualize new ideas. I am more comfortable in this role, in particular when it comes to video games. I have tried to love Minecraft. I downloaded it from a friend's computer onto my own and played it with the express intention of rebuilding the mines of Moria. The great whore would never have been greater than when it was cast in pixelated beauty upon my screen. Then I bought it for the Switch, thinking the untethered freedom would reinvigorate my love for this title's unbridled freedom. However, there was little love to begin with. Nothing could be reinvigorated. My Khazad-dûm was barely started, let alone finished. Each step along my self-elected journey was marred by the fact that I am not an architect, or at the very least lack the imagination to see beyond the effort that would be required to see out my grand visions of commonly tread desire. The point being, there is a real anger to knowing there is a whole world of untapped possibility that I know I will never be bothered to seek out. That others have is just salt in the wound. Perhaps I will never rebuild Minas Tirith, but by God I can deliver a package. Death Stranding is a linear sandbox guided by the connective tissue of narrative and limited by its creator's vision. This limitation is everything to me, a necessity to keep my interest and narrow my focus. When presented with the impossibly large, I squirm and inevitably give up. But when given a task and only several means in which to accomplish it, I rise to the mediocre challenge. There is a cold, isolating sensation to being given all the tools and told, have at them. I hate and despise it in Minecraft, but love and cherish it in Death Stranding. Perhaps one gives me the sense that I am a child at play in an engineer's game, never really equipped to understand or rise to the challenge, while the other, for as creative as the exploits may be, very much weights us all down with the limitations of story, mechanics, and creative intent. I will gladly follow your intent if it leads me somewhere meaningful and bright. Each footstep in the snow is masterfully crafted with the intent of placing you in the moment. There are no footsteps in Minecraft. The whole intent is to create and build the menagerie of your mind. And if your mind is empty, then you are out of luck. Of course, this is an exaggeration. The mind is never empty, but everything is not always comprehensible, and the touch of an artist is occasionally needed. This is the need for Death Stranding and linear sandboxes like it. The impossibly large narrowed to a simpler view. I understand this may seem ridiculous when referring to a Kojima game, but isn't this what all art attempts to do? To take the immeasurable and measure it. Fallibly so, but humanly so. That I could dream of Khazad-dûm and end up with a paper route, but be all the happier for it, is beautiful. It is an artist's intent come to visceral life and fully accepted and inhabited. Minecraft gives me what Death Stranding cannot. The unmeasurable possibility of the seemingly limitless sandbox. But Death Stranding, and I admit this is fully a fact of preference, as you, like many others, may very well be a Lego kid. But Death Stranding is the full encapsulation of a job singularly done, and done singularly well.